Good afternoon, this is Tam Wendell with BushcraftOnFire. Over the last several months, over the last year, many of you have asked what do I carry in my EDC. So it's coming a little belated, but today I have the time set aside, so I'll show you what I carry in my EDC. The first thing I like to talk about is my knife. You've seen it on different videos. I always carry my Mora with me. I have other backup knives, but this is my knife of choice to carry. And when you're dealing with your EDC, you always have to be prepared. You have your food, your water, and your shelter, and your fire. So on the top of my bag, I have the poncho, and this can be made into a tarp. And what I'm going to do is just remove the contents out of my bag so you can see what's in it. So inside my poncho here I also have a trash bag, so that covers my shelter. And for information on how to use your ponchos and bags, we've got other videos that you can look at, so I'm not going to go into that at all today. This is my water. This is my Geo bottle that you've seen me use in videos when I boiled the instant rice in it. So this one you can cook over fire. I also have a stainless steel cup. It's one of those GSI glaciers, and they fit together into my pouch here. So that takes care of my water. On this side here I have my fire kit. Now I have it on the carabiner. I don't have to keep it here. I can always attach it to my belt loops, and this holds my fire. I apologize if there's any wind coming over the video. It's sort of a windy day. Inside my fire kit, here in my fire kit I have a lighter. Now this is not something that I would put any dependency on, you know, from carrying lighters. They work or they don't work. Then I have my one-handed fire starter here, and this one is handy if something were to happen to one of my hands. I would always have the other hand free to, I don't want to do this, send sparks on my tarp here. So this is my fire starter. It's called a blast match. I have my cotton. I have another little striker here. These are just called Light My Fires. You basically are scraping on your magnesium little stick here. Cotton balls. I have a tampon. Multi-use, obviously, being a female. I have some fat wood here. And I have my dental floss. I have my dental floss in here only because it was a place to store it. Over here I have my char cloth, and if you watch any of my hubby's videos, it's amazing how you can start a fire with the char cloth. Just a little spark on it and away it goes. I don't know if you can see the burning in here. So that about wraps it up for my fire kit. The tampon I carry in my fire kit, obviously multi-dual purpose, but how would a person use a tampon for a fire starter? So I'm fluffing it out to expose the cotton, so it's basically just like a cotton ball, and then just alright, so now I have a burning tampon. I can use the cardboard and the paper to add to start a fire, so you can see how quickly a tampon can be used to start a fire. Alright, so I've covered the water, I've covered the shelter and the fire, and what about food? So remember, this is not something you're going to live on. These are called your everyday carry. I have little girls, so I always tend to carry extras of things. I have some protein bars, I have some beef bouillon, and I also have, at some location, I have a bunch of different powdered drink mixes. I think I have them here in the back. I have some hand warmers, and here's my various drink mixes, some more ramen, broth water, drink mixes. Now I have extra, but like I said, I always have my two little girls with me, so although they have their own bags they carry, I also like to be prepared to have a little extra to cover for them as well. You never know if you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be missing a meal here or there, so it's good to have some food and water to sustain you. Alright, I'm going to go through the rest of this compartment here quickly with you. Again, nothing that I'm sharing with you is in-depth. For that, just check on other videos to see the usages of different products that are in an EDC. So for mine, I have gloves, I have deodorant, I have my headlamp, I've got a whole kit over here. I have my spork in it, right here, toothbrush, garbage bag, a little nylon bag for straining. I have one of these emergency blankets. I have a little first aid kit, cortisone, band-aids, a little bit of Tylenol, and duct tape. Basically all the same things that you've seen in, or can have seen in the expanded videos that my husband did on what he carries. A couple hanks of cordage and my Corona quick saw. Then on the outside here, my Victorinox, another magnesium rod here for fire starting. This is a little tweezers, knife sharpener, another knife sharpener, and this is one of our viewers had sent it to us. It's two different size bits. Bandanas, you can see I always wear a bandana. This one here holds my compass. And wearing a bandana, by the way, has obviously multi-usages too. It keeps your hair out of your face. You always have a cloth for straining, and if needed, for wiping yourself. Let's see what else I have. Another flashlight. I know I have two of them, but again, if I'm somewhere with my children and one of them needs to use one of my lights, I prefer that I hold the light and get it back, so they can always borrow that from me. In here I have my sewing kit, and again, more bandages, some buttons, needles, thread, and my Gerber multi-tool. Again, my husband's shown these on his videos. So that about sums up everything that I have in my bag. These are the pacing beads. My husband did a video on those as well. Little compass on this side, another little light over here. So that about sums up what's in my EDC. It can change at any time. I can add things, I can take away things, but it's the basics, what everybody should be carrying in their bag. Tam Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire, thanking you for joining me for a peek of what I carry in my EDC. You have yourself a great day and stay prepared.